Hello? It's me, Gaunter Dim. Oh wow, that's my voice. How can I hear myself? There we go. Fixed. Alright. So, yesterday, we got very close to the end of the Blood and Wine... No, the Hearts of Stone DLC. I got right up until the point where Shani was about to leave, and I wanted to ask Shani some follow-up questions. And then, we're going to go to Olgierd, and I think maybe Gaunter's going to be there too. I can't imagine he isn't going to be there. And we're going to finish this quest. But first, we got to speak to Shani.
Yes, Geralt.
Gotta say,
About
wedding
the
was
wedding.
a great idea. Rarely have a chance to rest, get away from it all. Did me good to do just that.
I'm a medic. I tend to know what I'm doing when I prescribe something.
Hope Vladimir's antics weren't too annoying.
Peculiar man. Ghost, true. But I found him likable. Wager he was a real hoot when he was alive.
Said you needed to think things over. Have you?
Yes. I decided you're incredibly sweet, but...
But we're better off keeping things as they were.
You're always going places, and they're likely to ship me off soon.
You're right. But promise to share a bottle of wine with me from time to time.
Of course. I tell you what, I'll keep one handy.
Finally, some time to talk. Tell me where you've been, what you've done since you left Vizima.
You mean after you left Vizima with Triss? Well, the peace was brief, but I used it well. Went back to Oxenfurt, completed my doctorate, then I believe I did time in every field hospital and medic's tent north of the Yaruga.
Never could stand to be idle.
I'm not a witcher. Not likely to live 150 years. My time's much shorter, so I try to use every bit wisely.
Always did know what you wanted.
True. Nothing's changed in that sense.
Alright, I'm gonna BRB.
See you later.
Because I just realized I don't have a drink, and it is absolutely stifling in my room. I guess that's it for Shani, though. I kind of wish that we had some more optional quests with her, like, maybe during the main game it would have been nice to see her, but I get it. I just hurt a child. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink after I find out whatever this dead body is. What's this? This is stuff I dropped when we came in here to fight. Remember this? This was when we were fighting, what's his name? Bastard guy. I can't remember his name. Son of a bastard. I've actually forgotten his name. It was more than 3 weeks ago. Because I took like a 10-day break from streaming. Alright, let me make sure I'm on the right quest. And I'll go get this drink. Yeah. Alright, I'll BRB. I'll be 1 second.
Ruffians to a man, looters, horse and all.
Alright, hello? I'm back. This place is kind of a mess. Is this a place that was abandoned?
Always wanted to guide the merchants to Oxenfurt.
Did we do this guy's quest? I kind of feel like we should do this guy's quest. This is a place that looks like it was abandoned. And maybe I killed some monsters here and people moved back in. They're Temerian refugees that have been displaced because of the war. Fuck it, let's do this guy's quest. I know I want to finish the DLC, but...
Going north, master?
Yeah, sure.
Where you ask?
I am, technically.
I thought you could see if anything's happened to our men. They've been gone a while.
Okay. Let's talk about the money.
My reward.
Now
How do you
remember,
wanna figure it?
every single time we negotiate a
we
reward,
thought-
we never get it.
Aye, you...
Like if I negotiate 100,
trouble.
I won't get it. I'll get like 50. Alright, give me give me 290. You guys are refugees.
If that suits you, eh?
Alright, cool.
What do you need?
Merchant caravan came through not long past.
Okay.
Hired some of our boys to guide him to the bridge.
Protect it, right? Sounds good.
Due back yesterday.
Fine. Keep my eyes open.
Me brother Tomil led him. Talk to him when you find them. Clever man. Not like the rest of them, eh?
Alright, cool. Hopefully Tommel likes a nice round of Gwent. It is actually in the way I'm going, but it's slightly further west than where I'm going. It shouldn't take long. This feels like one of those missions that's basically just like a single NPC. You get there and it's one NPC who tells you a story and you go back. It doesn't feel like it's going to be a 40-minute excursion. Dude, look at this landscape. Some of the fucking set decoration in this game, I don't know if you call it set decoration. What do you call it? Landscapes? Just like the trees and the, I don't know, the ambient environments.
What happened?
Like, look how cool this is. You got a little shed down there. There's a tree. They plant around the tree for whatever reason.
Giddy up.
Alright, let's get off of this bitch. Oh, wrong button. I don't know why I'm pressing that button all the time. I keep pressing square instead of circle. Is that a bandit? I'm gonna kill him first. Hold on. What are you? A Necker warrior? Okay. Hopefully he wasn't the quest. And he isn't like the guy's brother's been transformed into a Necker and I need to I need to like resurrect him. Alright. Knocked
Somebody
over.
was bound. Rope was cut quickly with a dull blade. Somebody was bound.
But they left all the
Rope
stuff.
was cut quickly with a dull blade. Claw marks.
Right, claw marks could be anything. Those are big claw marks, but the game sometimes shows big claw
Someone
marks
walked
when it's
through
a
the
small
spilled
enemy.
wine.
Right, and they trailed the wine in which direction? This way?
Someone was running. Fast.
Those are feet
Panicked.
going this way,
Prints are deep. and
heading
someone,
north.
A flyer. Swooped down. Judging by the claw marks, gotta be a wyvern or a forktail. Shattered
A
the wine
fork
barrel.
tail?
But seems the people managed to escape. Kedwani. Smell will linger for hours.
Now, if it's a forktail, it should be pretty obvious when we get close to its nest. Their nests are pretty big, and they're normally high up,
Tracks
like
lead to
on
the
ridges.
cave.
That's not a forktail if it's in a cave, is it? Well, those were clues, it's just... Oh, shit.
Boy, Creed.
Got him.
Your eyes. They shine so in the dark. Thought at first it was a lizard coming.
Thing that attacked. How big was it?
Well, too big to squeeze in here. It were huge. And those teeth. Ugh.
Too big
We
to
barely
squeeze in
escaped.
here? Is he
Wonder if
exaggerating?
it killed the traders.
Come on, this isn't Monster
Our
Hunter.
son's sure at it coming.
Important thing now's to get out of here. Will ye help, Master Witcher?
The entrance is literally right there. I'm gonna ask which one's Tommel, because he's the smart one.
Which one of you's Tamil?
That one over there. Beast got it.
Fuck.
How do you know?
The only smart
His
one's
brother
dead.
asked me to come and find you. Tell me what happened.
Some traders hired us. To protect him along the high road, they said. Before we knew it, they'd bound us like calves.
Why?
They were kind enough to explain and real precise that we were necessary sacrifice for progress and trade.
So they left us, tied to the wagon, as beast bait. Weren't long for a huge lizard appeared.
It has to be a
Master
forktail.
whistled.
Monsters must have learned by now that army supplies travel down this road.
Oi. Clever one, the lizard. Cut us off straight away. Left us to crawl in here. Poor Tommy didn't make it.
Need to tend to the monster. doubt I'll have to look far. Wyverns like to herd their prey towards their nests.
We'll wait here. Wouldn't want to get in your way.
The cave entrance is right there. Why don't they just leave? Like, what the fuck? Fuck it. I suppose it maybe is a wyvern. It feels weird that he just assumes it's a wyvern based on not a lot. He saw the claw marks, he said it could be a forktail or a wyvern, and he's just like going with wyvern. It says it's too big to even come in the cave. So the wyvern nest is either up high through this entrance. Oh! Oh shit. Well, he isn't going to be in Witcher 4. Or go back out through the main entrance and then look for it. It's up here. Yeah. It didn't make sense for a wyvern nest or a forktail nest to be in a cave. None of them have been in caves yet. It probably isn't in the cave. I'm just going to look anyway. There's treasure. Monstrum or a Portrayal of Witchers, and it's a new book. Pretty sure we've read a couple of books on Witchers. Alright, let's leave. What the fuck is this place? What? Oh no. No! The quests overlap! The quests overlap with each other.
Reason for it.
I'm trying to do the wyvern quest, and it sent me like here, and then it overlaps with the Gaunter quest. So we're back on the Hearts of Stone quest. Fuck. No. I was doing the wyvern thing. I didn't want to do this yet. Do I go back? I'm gonna go back. The both quests have like a similar marker. It's in the same area. Just my luck that the one place I teleport to and the one NPC I decide to speak to has a quest that ends in the same location. Right, what about this? Instead of going out that way, I'm gonna go back up and inside. And maybe it's out this other way. There is another, like, higher up exit. Yeah, there we go. Two of them? By the way, 300 gold for killing 2 wyverns, even with the cost of the trophy heads, is, like, really bad. Like, agreeing to that price, terrible.
Nest. Need to destroy it. Wasn't them that attacked those people.
What?
Gotta be a royal wyvern around here somewhere. More will spawn. Need to destroy the nests.
It wasn't them? I'm gonna meditate for an hour and get my potions back. Holy shit, I actually jumped. I actually jumped. This is our first royal wyvern.
What now, you piece of filth?
I think it's gonna be pretty fucking easy though. Yeah. Done? It dropped an anathema.
It's huge. What's the name again?
Royal wyvern. Don't usually come this big.
It's feasted plenty, I reckon. Attacking those travelling the road. What do they call ye, master?
Jerry Rivyman.
Geralt of Rivia. It'll be a tale to tell the young'uns.
Shouldn't he be in like some type of trauma, having like literally just escaped? Alright, let's go back and collect the reward. That's so funny that both quests end up in the same place. Like, one of them was, the first marker took me here, but then by the time you come up through the cave, you end up at the marker for Olgierd. I think I said 275 is how much I wanted. I don't think that's a good price though. Oh fuck, it switched the trophy already. 5% bonus XP from monsters, we're switching that back.
Greetings.
I found your friends.
I have spoken to them. They're too damn bad Tom Hill didn't make it. Here, take this.
Thanks. Farewell.
See this guy's tattoos?
Who will protect us poor
They immediately make me think that he's a sailor, which is kind of possible, right? It's possible he was kicked out of Oxenford or Novigrad because he's a Temerian supporter.
Let's dance.
Eat shovel, bitch. Alright, now we get to do Olgierd. I guess I'll meditate just before. Get all my shit back. And hopefully, I don't make any mistakes. I feel like we're gonna get to a point where we have to talk to Gaunter. And Gaunter's gonna try and trick me, and I'm gonna be so dumb I'm gonna fall for whatever trick it is and make a really bad decision. I don't think the game would gimp my save and make it so that, you know, I made a really bad decision that leaves me with this mark forever, or, you know, I don't know, he loses the ability to use his crossbow or something. Like, I don't think anything terrible is gonna happen, but you never know. Maybe he halves my health permanently.
Strange choice of locale. Guessing there's a reason for it.
Not my choice. Good as any.
Place like any other. Could easily have met somewhere else.
Yet we've met here. And something tells me that's not purely coincidental. But since we're here, I believe you have something for me.
Yep, the rose, right?
Fulfilled the third wish.
How do I know this to be the rose? Very well might have picked this up at the Oxenfurt market an hour ago.
Look closely at it. Got it from Iris. It was the last thing that bound her to this world.
This is kind of like a weird thing, right? It's a bad thing for me to pick up, but Iris says the edges of the petals are stained crimson, just like the night Olgierd left, right? And then she says the only thing's missing is a dewdrop, or perhaps I pricked my finger on a thorn. Why doesn't the texture have a red frill, like on the edge? Like, it would have been so easy just to have like a red line around it, right? And that would make it distinct? I don't know. You're having a Witcher issue with Skyrim? Wait, what? What, Grimmeldunk? If I fix all people's faces with mods, they get the body of a 20-year-old. Yep, I've seen that. You like loot a beggar, and then they have like a wrinkly old face, and then they have like a fucking bimbo body.
What?
Yep. That's a thing. That's a thing. How many mods do you have on Skyrim? Do I even want to know? It should tell you somewhere, right? If you're using like a mod loader. I'm gonna guess like you have 200 mods. If it's more than that, I'm gonna cry. Rose is a symbol of your parting of punishment. I'm gonna say that. No. Maybe I say love? He didn't really love her though, right? He kept like making weird servants, and he had such a big ego when Iris's parents paid the bill when Olgierd was in debt.
decided she'd treat you like you once treated her. The rose is a symbol of your parting, and a punishment.
I suppose I deserve that. Iris. What a mess we made of it all.
You made. She
If I'd
did
only
nothing
known
wrong.
then how it would end. What's happening? I feel as though a hot iron's pierced my chest.
300 mods? That's a decent enough number. I don't think I've ever streamed with more than like 30 though, in any game.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
What the fuck?
So glad to see everyone's pleased. How do you feel, Von Emmerich? A little less troubled? Lighter in the heart?
Odim, what do you want?
What do you mean, what? Your
For what?
soul.
You forget. The pact states you can take it only once you've fulfilled 3 wishes and...
And we stand together on the moon. Well, what do you know?
Is he on a picture of the moon? Yup. Man,
What?
this is so similar, right? It's so similar to that story I told about Critical Role Campaign 1, where they need to get a threshold crest, and the threshold crests are like these huge gems that are heavily guarded. So instead, they make a family crest on the threshold of a door, cut that out of the ground, and then give it to the guy. Like, it's a threshold crest. It's a crest, and it's on a threshold. Like, it's so fucking good.
We had a pact.
I like dumb
The moon was
twists
there.
when they don't affect me in a negative way.
Not here.
I gave you what you wished for. Here, on the moon, our contract you fulfilled.
Awesome. You cheated me.
I never cheat.
I'm gonna not get involved. Fuck all geared.
It is done.
I'm not interfering with this bargain.
Belongs to me.
I don't want to get on the wrong side of Gonner. I'm already on the wrong side, right? He helped me already. Oh shit! He turned into Clint Eastwood.
At last, it's over. We must meet again one day.
Fuck Gonner, no.
Business with you.
That was
is
good. That
pure
was the
pleasure.
right choice.
Gonna remove the brand.
Ah, right away.
Woohoo! My Santa hat's back.
Tell me what reward you've chosen.
Reward? Do I Google this? I didn't think I got a reward. I thought I was doing that because I was indebted to him because he freed me. Because he freed me from the Ophiri ship, I thought I was in his debt, right? Like I owed him my life because he saved my life, so I had to give him all gears in a way. In a way, right? I had to perform the tasks. None of these are gonna be what you choose. Never want to go hungry again is probably like you're not able to use food to heal for the rest of the game. A bottle of vodka that's always full is probably like one that you can never drink because it's like corked and you can't open it. Make me rich is probably, you know, you get some money that you can't spend. He'll give me like florins that I can't convert. Swift as the wind. Probably makes me fart everywhere. I'm gonna look this up, fuck it. Gaunter Odim rewards. Alright. It looks like they actually are real rewards. Alright. So you can ask him for advice on Siri if you haven't done the Siri mission yet. Play the vid of someone beating Gaunter so you see how that is? What do you mean? Somebody who sides with all geared and then beats the shit out of Gaunter with dim? Is that a thing? Bottomless carafe. Horn of Plenty. Horn of Plenty is a food that heals 100 instead of the standard 30. The saddle is a saddle that makes a nearby opponent fight on your side. You know what? Let's go back and side with thingy. Let's just do it, because like it feels like these rewards kind of suck. Like 5 grand is nothing really for me, right? It only takes a minute to skip the cutscenes and then pick the other side. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fight Gaunter. I'm assuming he turns into that werewolf form that you see in his Gwent card, but you can never be sure, right? Like, the Gwent cards aren't exactly lore accurate. Because there's no way that Triss Merigold is a 7. I think it just made all the sorceresses 7s. We all know Triss is a 10. Do you get it? Never mind.
Straight.
Play.
Yeah. What?
Full.
How do?
Got it.
What?
This.
I.
What? So, Woody, you've had.
Wait.
Do not interfere with
The saddle is 100 saddle, by the way. It's 100 stamina. I already have one.
You grant wishes, right? Grant mine and release him.
He must repay his debt.
Let him go, and I'll take it on. We'll call it mine.
Oh
You
shit.
wish to give your soul for his?
No, but we can play for them. I lose, you take mine and Olgierd's. But if I win, you release us both.
We're using the knowledge
you
we got
propose
from the
we play?
Oxenfart guy.
Gwent?
Don't know. Maybe we
Wait,
can
are we gonna
bet
play Gwent?
on a challenge. You know I'm good at accomplishing the impossible. Seen me do it.
Very well. But we shall do this my way.
This is the interesting one, right? Compared to like what I picked, this is far more interesting. Yeah. Oh, you're literally saying what I just
What's
said.
happening?
You wish to play, so let us play.
This is more like what the game probably intends you
I
to
shall
do.
tell you a riddle. Solve it,
Okay.
and both you and Olgierd
no.
will be free.
Ooh, both of us.
And if I don't...
Right. Good.
Then we'll all three go for a wild ride. It's what you proposed, is it not?
The riddle. Let me hear it.
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle me and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I shall grin.
What was that supposed to be?
You tell me, what am I?
Repeat the riddle. Is it...
Didn't quite catch the riddle. Mind repeating it?
I don't get
To
it.
all things and men
Right.
I appertain,
Okay.
and yet by some am shunned and disdained.
Is it
Fondle
death?
and ogle me
No,
till you're
no.
insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in
Children
me,
don't delight in
elders
death
take
or
fright.
fear.
Fair maids rejoice and spin. cry and I weep.
Yep, I don't know.
Yawn and I sleep.
I don't know.
Smile and I too shall grin.
Is it a mirror? It's a mirror, right? Like, it's as simple as that. It has to be. It has to be. Hold on, hold on.
Didn't quite catch.
To all things and men I appertain.
Yeah, by
and
some
yet
are shunned
by
and
some
disdained, right?
Fondle and ogle me till you're insane. But no blow can harm
It's like
me,
a reflection.
cause me pain.
I think it's a reflection.
Children delight in me, elders take fright.
Fair maids
Fair
rejoice and
maid,
spin, right? Because women look in mirrors,
Cry and I weep.
right?
Yawn and I sleep. Smile and I too shall grin.
It's a mirror.
You're
Do I have
going
to
down.
fight a copy
We
of
shall
myself?
see, my friend.
Oh shit!
You must find me before the sand in the hourglass runs out. Ready? Let's begin.
Find the solution to the riddle. Can I save? I can't save. Well, I think it's a reflection. I think it's like a mirror or a reflection.
What is this place?
You like it? Plenty more where it came from.
Let's just run through until we find a
remember,
house.
You must find me before time runs out.
Don't have a horse.
What now, you piece of filth?
These kind of look like the Gwent card, right? These specters, they kind of look like the
Monsters weren't part of the deal.
My world,
Gaunter one.
my rules.
Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I too shall grin. Something that repeats all I do? Maybe an echo?
I think it's reflection, but
Echo.
No dice. You can't possibly ogle an echo.
Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin.
I'm
Cry
looking
and
for
I weep,
a river then, right?
yawn and
Like
I
a water.
sleep, smile and I too
Source.
shall grin. Damn it, what are you?
I have a feeling that I actually just need to find the thing as well, right? Like, it's not going to be a conversation when the time runs out. This is pretty cool, though. This is much better.
Help me! Help! Geralt!
Shani, hang on, I'm coming.
What the fuck? Is it actually Shani? No. Okay. For a second, I was like, shit. Fuck you, Gaunter.
You fell for that.
Cock. What a total bitch. Oh! Do I have a map? I don't have a map.
Children delight in me, elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice and spin. Children and young folk like swings. Could be scary to old folk too.
Come on, Jerry.
Doesn't fit the other verses though. To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle and ogle me till you're insane. But no blow can harm
Oh,
me, cause me
awful.
pain.
You're
What could
doing
that be?
terribly. Remember,
Oh, that's one of those fat dudes.
as I see it, you will never find me. Never.
That stench.
Really hard to fight those when you can't see what they're doing. gargoyles or like something like that. I think they were just called gargoyles.
A family tomb. To all I appertain, by some am shunned and disdained.
Could be death.
Could be family, I guess.
Oh, I thought it was death to begin
Not
with.
much else in the riddle, though.
Repeat the riddle.
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained.
But where the fuck am I gonna find a mirror in the middle of nowhere?
And ogle me till you're insane.
I'm panicking. I've got no time.
Cause me pain.
Alright.
Children delight in
mirror,
me.
mirror.
Elders take fright. Fair maids rejoice.
Mirror.
Hey.
So this is where you're hiding.
Got him. Oh, you bitch!
Come now. You didn't expect it to be that easy, did you?
This one's gonna break too. I'm gonna have to fight shit here.
Point for me.
Gaunter, I'm gonna fucking smoke your ashes, dude.
I'll still get you.
So you say, yet I wait and wait and nothing.
Do I have to trigger these, or could I just run past them? That's my one question.
Some mirror here you won't shatter.
Wonder how. He just said it, right? He just said, what I said. You gotta find your reflection in water, but I don't know where that would be.
Care to wager on it?
Can I do anything here with this? Ta-da! Why did I pussy out of doing this? Why did I say to myself in my head, I don't want to mess with Gaunter?
Gotcha.
Be gone. You've lost. What was he speaking? Was that like infernal? Or was it, if it was Elvish, then Geralt speaks Elvish.
So, any better?
Yeah, thanks.
Got my hat back.
Wine's revived me a bit.
This plonk could revive a corpse. An exquisitely rank
And
vintage.
beat the not devil. He's pretty much the devil, right? He's
You know
like
what, though?
pretty
It's
high
good at
level
last
dude.
to taste something real. So, have at it. Tell me what the blazes just happened. Your brand's gone. Guessing that's a good sign?
And your rat's back. That's what you should have said. Why don't you tell me what it's like to have a heart of stone? We won, that's all that matters. Mirror dragged me into a game. I'm gonna say the top one.
O'Dim decided to have some fun at my expense. Devised a game I was supposed to lose. Seems he'd forgotten the training you put me through. In doing the undoable.
I would agree, Grummeldunk.
So only to protect myself.
Nobody else stops
In
time
doing
and
so,
like walks
I put
down
you
through
in
the air.
harm's way. Forgive me.
Well, don't have to worry about him anymore. You're safe and free.
I thank you. Though I've no notion what to do with this freedom now. Mirror took everything. Everything I loved. All I held dear.
Not true. Got your heart back.
Oh, right, because you can jump between worlds,
bitter
so he
victory.
only can affect this one,
Now
not
at
the
last I
place that we
sense how
teleported to
much I've lost.
when we were looking for Ciri. When we were like
Have a
following
heart again.
Avalak.
Yet all it feels is grief, sadness, and defeat. My life is a ruin.
What can you make out of Gaunter's name? Like in terms of it's spelled like this, right? Oh shit. Does it rearrange to anything? It doesn't rearrange to mirror. Is there like a reason he's called that? I can't think of anything. I suppose, right? Like the capital letters or God. Yeah, maybe it's like that, like how they did De La Cruz was like DLC. And how they did the GOG thing and the DRM. GOG and DRM were in the game, so fuck it. It might just be that. I say it'll all work out.
You've
Guitar
handled tougher
Demon, maybe.
situations.
Maybe he
You'll
like
figure this one
shreds
out.
some sick licks.
Got a company of faithful comrades waiting. Got a home. Your
Also, what up,
fortune.
Chimerix?
No.
What up?
I cannot live as I did before.
So what'll you do?
He's gonna open an orphanage.
I don't know.
Oh fuck.
But one thing's clear. It's time I took fate into my own hands. Lived life anew. And truly, this time.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll never forget what you did for me, Witcher. I have something for you.
Ooh!
Can't accept this.
I already
You
have
can.
one.
And must. This sabre's been in my family for generations. Even when I'd lost all else, it remained at my side. Means a great deal to me.
All the more reason why I can't take it.
Do me the honor. This'll mark the start of my new life. And such a weapon could be right useful to you.
Thank you.
Ow!
Sorry.
You needn't be. I thank you again, Geralt. And
Alright.
good luck on the path.
I'm not gonna be
Good
able to
luck to you
find
too.
this. But we have something to talk about Olgierd that I've been holding back for the entire playthrough. The voice actor for Olgierd sounds like one of the narrators that does the How It's Made show, but the UK version of How It's Made. You lads probably have never seen it because like it's a redub of the American one. But the way he talks like this, that kind of accent is exactly the same as the guy that does How It's Made in the UK. First, they mix up the dough and put it out onto the board. It's the exact same guy. It's kind of like a, I don't know. It's a mix between like a little bit of Yorkshire accent and a little bit of something else. A little bit of like Peter Kay. If I could find a clip. Should I look for a clip instead of just like saying things? I'm gonna look for a clip. Anyway, that DLC was fucking sick. Yeah, the old Discovery show where it's like, this is how hot dogs are made, or this is how like screws are made. First they take the raw iron and melt it down. An extruder extrudes the iron. It's exactly the same voice. It's the same as the English one, which was dubbed for, I think, Discovery Channel UK. And I think it was also broadcast on Sky 1 UK. Dude, look at this fucking vista to end this meme. We didn't even look at the quest reward yet. That's how, like, distracted I am. But his voice is so similar. I'll see if I can find it. I'll see if I can find it. I won't play the video just in case of, like, copyright shit. How It's Made UK voice. Is this it?
And red.
There we
From
go.
baguettes to bloomers to
Right,
bagels.
listen.
A choreographed symphony, which is a The art of bread making on a factory scale is a job not to be taken lightly. It takes Heath Robinson
Can you hear it?
imagination to make all the conveyors, pulleys and knives to work in tandem. The journey starts with 6,000 kilos of flour being poured through a protective grill.
That's like it, right? Like it's the same voice. My name's Olgerd. This sword's been in my family for generations. Also, sorry, Paprika, but it's true. How it's made, the UK dub, that's him, Tony Hurst or whatever it is. First, you hire a witcher to get rid of any of your monsters. I knew that was going to be a steel sword. We got this Ophiri Kalish steel sword, and I think this is just like a similar version, right? Yeah, it's just like a different one. Weapon charges with energy during combat. When its color changes to red, a strong attack will release the energy in a powerful strike at the cost of part of the attacker's vitality. Oh! Oh shit. It's actually pretty good. Let's put chance of causing bleeding on it. Maybe I'll use it for a little bit. I'm not promising I'm going to use it forever though. It depends like how much of your health it uses. But it's true, right? Can you hear it or is it just me? Because I totally hear it. Meet Regis at Merla Cemetery? What is this? Oh, yeah. It's telling me to teleport through to the other place. But anyway, that DLC was really good. Like, genuinely, that whole DLC was great. I think that Olgerd was a great character, despite his voice being the same as the guy from How It's Made UK. It was cool. It was a cool reveal, right? That they were standing on the moon, and all of it was pretty good. I feel like there wasn't a lot of reason to side with Olgerd. Like, as a player, I didn't really feel like siding with him to begin with. But I guess it was worth it. I liked the kind of horror aspect of the part where you go into the old manor house and teleport through time and whatever. Like, that part was cool. That could easily have been really cheesy and bad, but the Witcher game seems to do horror pretty well. I can't summon my horse. I'm gonna save and reload, see if it lets me summon my horse. Yeah, that whole like locked in section where you had to do the manor was really nice. I liked that there was a different boss, the caretaker. I like that he gave you a weapon, like that was nice. It's pretty fun. The heist was good as well. There we go. Horse is fixed.
Giddy up.
Let's investigate this island and then we'll go and do the... Was that tree glitched? Aww. Look at this tree. The fuck are you doing, tree? Get down from there. Look at that. Look at that shit. Just like riding past and randomly saw it. Oh fuck, this is the battlefield place, right? Yeah.
Not so fast, Roach.
Roach, fucking move. I'm gonna give the Hearts of Stone DLC a 7.9 out of 10. Actually, fuck it. It's an 8. I'm giving it a full 8.
Let's dance.
It's the kind of missions that I like, though, is the more involved ones that have more meaning than just, like, go kill this monster. Like, I feel like some of the lines of dialogue in the game, it even makes fun of itself sometimes and says, like, you know, sometimes you get bored of going to kill some random drowners. Oh shit. I think that's the first time I've clicked on one of those signposts in about 80 hours of gameplay. Huh? Picked up a curious there. Cheapskate? Wait, what did I say? What did I say? I said something about how the game makes fun of itself. Right? For like making you go and kill drowners for like $50. Oh shit! There's stuff in the war. We need to sell this crappy loot that I have as well. Think there's anything in that little fort that's worth going to get? Probably not at this point, right? Level 9 million. Have I mentioned that I actually love the boats in this game and I actually like the sailing? I really enjoy it for some reason. It's just it's just fun. I think they should have honestly opened up the game by having you sail. They could have had Jerry in his boat. Yeah. This probably is. It's probably an abandoned place, you're right, Rummeldunk. It would be cool if that added vendors and stuff, right? Oh fuck. Fog everywhere.
Come on.
They sometimes do, really. I think I've only done 3 or 4 of them. One of them was 2 fields that had a necker nest in each field. One of them was a little lighthouse place near where you wreck in your boat. And one was like an abandoned hut. Well, I guess we're doing this all over again because I fucking died. A random foglet. There's my horse. Look at that trebuchet. Did you know that trebuchet is the French word for throw shit really far? It isn't, I made that up. There's an achievement in the game for setting off a dragon's dream bomb by hitting an enemy that's already on fire. And it's called like the cruelest thing ever or something like that. I already have the achievement, obviously. Anything in here? There's a little crib. A little MTV cribs. There isn't a nest here, is there? Yeah, it just says ferry station. There isn't like a nest here or anything. Maybe we'll clear out this place, then go. Oh shit. Fucking hell, Butcher. Maybe actually land your bombs? Alright. If we get a vendor, that'd be really cool. Because I need to sell some of these fucking swords. Oh no! It's Nilfgaard's moved in! No! Fuck! Uh-oh. He should turn around and go, whoops. Doesn't even play Gwent. I've actually met him before. Look, this is stuff that I sold him. Is this maybe the wandering merchant that you meet when you're just randomly playing the game? It could be him, right? There's a random merchant that you, like, when you're walking around, you just randomly meet him at different times. Sell feathers? He does. Nice. I think that's it. I think that's all I want to buy from him. He sells dark iron plate, but we're way past that. Alright. Let's get out of here.
So long.
And women bathe but once every 3
Alright, we wanted to do that little island with the foglets. And to do that, we need a boat. Oh shit! They moved in a fucking Nilfgaard boat! I love that guy that farts when you walk past him.
I didn't do nothing.
Dude, they fucking moved in.
Send for Geralt of Rivia.
There was a merchant in a cage, and I freed him, and then later on, I think this was on Skellig actually. It was Skellig! Yeah, later on I met a merchant on the road, right? Like, he was going the same way that I was going, and it was the same merchant. He had the same stuff that I'd sold him in his inventory. So maybe there's like a bunch of linked merchants. Like general dudes just called merchant with glasses. And their inventories are linked, or maybe that's the same dude from Skellig. maybe it's just like Nurse Joy in Pokemon, or Officer Jenny. Maybe they're cousins. All right, land on the fart island, blow the farts out. Try not to die. GG. And I don't need to worry about the boat because I can teleport from anywhere. Oh shit.
Bastard.
What the fuck is this island? Silent Hill? Okay, got footsteps, footprints. Locked? Key required? What the fuck? Oh, maybe there's a dead body that has a key somewhere near here. Right? Does that make sense? Broken ore. Seashell. Did you know that she sells seashells by the seashore? It's true. This guy. Hey, key. Hold up. What the fuck is he next to? Is that a mammoth? It's a whale. It's a whale skeleton, right? It's a whale. It's not a fucking mammoth. Have I ever told the story about how my mum gets pissed off at me whenever I pronounce Wales? So the country is W-A-L-E-S, Wales, and you pronounce it Wales. But the animal is whales, W-H-A-L-E-S, whales. And she says that I pronounce both of them like the animal, with a H. That's it. A fucking bear hide? No. Well, one is Wales, and the other is whales. So it's like whales and whales. Z and C is impossible for you as well? Give me an example of words that have those in it. I'll see if I get what you mean. But whales, like, the animal is a whale. I saw a whale. You wouldn't say I saw a whale. It's a whale. Like, I swear, I can hear the difference in my own voice. Like, I'm aware that I do it. But, like, you wouldn't say I have seen a whale. It's I have seen a whale. It has a pronunciation. Marginally hear it, but in normal conversation it'd be close. Like, you wouldn't say I went to Wales. No, you would say I went to Wales. You wouldn't say I went to Wales. And I'm not exaggerating, like, that's literally how I would say it. I would say I've been to Wales, and that's wrong. It's I've been to Wales. It's Wales, not whales. Whales. Right? Like, that's the difference. Anyway, where are we going? This is someplace we haven't been yet. Meet Regis at Mare Lachaise Lounge Cemetery. A chaise lounge is one of those long couches that you see in like a psychiatrist's office. That's what a chaise lounge is. I don't speak enough French to know what Mare Lachaise Lounge means though. Land of couches. There's a thing in Japanese where they have
Only on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
they have long vowel sounds. Like they have essentially like the equivalent of double O's or O and H's, O and U's. Like, it's just the difference of like delaying slightly on a vowel sound, and I can't really hear the difference in that. What is this? Who the hell is this? In accordance with Article 161 of the Ducal Code, the Attorney General for the city of Beauclair has designated a reward to be given to whomever shall bring before the court one Loth, son of Mark, alias Half-Breed, or else provide proof of his passing. Alright. Jessalong? Is that how you pronounce it in Norwegian?
I love you.
Who just said they love me? Hold on. We got a wife? Hello. Oh, she's drunk. Hello. Is that another hooded woman? Oh, she thought I was Santa. She was like, okay, got it. Should I remove this mod since Christmas is over? I feel like it's still Christmas. It's only the 3rd of January. My neighbors have their Christmas decorations still up. My neighbor that lives across the street from me has really thin blinds in his living room, and you can see the individual lights on their Christmas tree. You can see the individual fairy lights through their blinds. Keep it on for the playthrough, okay. I could just say it's traditional Tucson garb. This is what they wear in Tucson. And if you're not wearing one, you're a bitch. Simple as that. These are some fucking tall sunflowers. They must be giant sunflowers. A couple of years ago, I bought sunflower seeds, and I was trying to troll by buying giant sunflower seeds, the ones that like grow even like to this size, and they didn't really work. They didn't even turn into like average size sunflowers. I remember being young, and I live in the same house now that I did when I was like 8, right? So I remember the sunflowers used to grow up to the top of where our porch is, like to the height of the stairs plus the railing. And our sunflowers didn't even get 3/4 of the way up. And we tried, like, everything. Planted them at the right time. They were in a greenhouse until they were saplings and, you know.
Show me what you got.
What the fuck is going on? Are these fucking pumpkins? The fuck? What am I fighting? This thing? Oh, shit! Well, okay. I'm gonna meditate.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
Well, time to get my ass kicked. Isn't Isn't a Kikimore what he fights in the series? At the very start, in like episode 1, it's a Kikimore in a swamp that he's fighting, right?
Victuals aplenty around here.
I think it's a Kikimore. It has like all the legs and it's fighting him in a swamp, and then he cuts them off and he's like, "It's me, Jerry."
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
I guess it being Shaylonge and Shaylonge translating to daybed is pretty funny, right? Because it's where he sleeps during the day.
Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
What's he doing? Just giving it a sniff?
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. The very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm...
Hold on, is he actually talking about Gaunter?
Let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
No.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics.
We're going on a drug
this
trip.
triggers visions
Sounds
of events
good.
linked to
A
strong
little bit of a
emotions
DMT trip.
experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
This
Any
is a
chance we
lot
might
like
see what
what we
Dettlaff was
just
doing
did,
just
going
before he lost
into
his
old
hand?
Geird's memories, or
But I
Iris's.
also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Alright, fuck it, let's go. Smoke some
Covenarius
weed.
spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Is he sending a message by Raven? Alright. He went Game of Thrones on us. Or maybe not, maybe that was something
What was
else.
that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Fine. We're
Rarely
probably
say
gonna
no
get
to a
betrayed
snifter.
anyway, so fuck
Sadly,
it.
this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Hold on, I'm rubbing my eye. I literally can't see. I'm gonna say I've got a lot of secrets. Nah. No. This is a setup trying to get me to confess something. Seems you chose to misunderstand. I'm gonna say it's a setup because that's how I actually feel.
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Do you sparkle in sunlight? Can we ask that? Abstinence? What's it like being dead? Where have you been? Maybe there's something you... let's ask what it's like being dead.
Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well-founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Dettlaff, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh. Experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
I'm also a supernatural being, right? I suppose Santa's kind of a vampire in a way. Should we ask all this? I kind of want to ask all this because the guy's interesting, but I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to bore you with like every cutscene, but then I also do want to listen to it.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
True.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
Did you notice what he said? If one of us dies, we can be brought back by a living vampire, higher vampire's help.
Got a new life, new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Detloff bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower.
Because I'm asking him all these questions,
Once
he's
I could at
taking
last
extra
stand
drinks.
unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say. But I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Fuck, I was hoping there was going to be options. Like you'd get to pick fisherman and barbarian farmer. Yeah, fuck it.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. Like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
A troubadour? What's a troubadour? I'm gonna have to Google
Still no
troubadour.
sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll
A
return
poet?
soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
I can see it. I can see Geralt being a poet. Like fucking around, writing sonnets for women. A minstrel, like a bard. I don't know which instrument he'd play though.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep.
Probably a harp.
Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
I'm gonna say appreciate the compliment.
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It
I don't
seems
trust
I
him.
know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it.
I don't trust them at all.
Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived, entirely
Why
unmolested.
weren't there bagpipes on Skellig? There was bagpipes in the soundtrack, but there was no actual bagpipe players. That would have been like really sick, especially like you actually arrive in Skellig at oh fuck, what do you call it? What do you call that one place? Tor Muckle Chuckle? The big place where like the bears attack. You arrive there on the day of a funeral. Like the perfect time for bagpipes.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the
What?
skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this
Maybe the
spotted white is
ravens found a
fool.
magpie
The
nest.
spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity.
I just noticed he has a garlic
Personally, I've
bulb on
nothing
his
against
belt.
you delving into this dilemma,
On his little
but
bag.
Please remember, we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
See? You can see it on the right there. Regis has like a little garlic bulb.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, still later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
I don't trust them, but we're gonna do this anyway. The hell? Martin Lipinska, engineer and pug lover, solved the most obtuse technical problems in all the duchy with the grace of a ballerina. Is this a developer? I don't want to... Tomasz Morhevkin, warrior, died fighting with word and blade. Is this like a real... Oh no. Severin Erval, carpenter, all I need is a sliver, and I can make you a better table than you've ever dreamed of. I hope these aren't actual, like, people that died. I hope these are just, like, you know, little tributes to devs that are still alive. How do you even pronounce that? Stanislavis? Stanislavis? Just? Produced a great deal and died of overproduction. Anyway, let's cross this here river. A panther? Black painter! Oh! Where's my freezy bombs? That didn't actually use that much of my health. You know how, like, this sword is meant to glow red and then use your health on a heavy attack? It didn't actually use a lot. Yeah, it didn't. Oh shit! I'm dead. I'm dead. Where's my shovel? Hold on, hold on, hold on. We got this. Where's my shovel? Oh, we don't got this! I was gonna use my shovel to get my health back. Oh, fuck. The fucking shovel, dude. Use the shovel. I'm just gonna get on my horse and go. I noticed that this is kind of to the east, and I don't think I have any fast travel markers there, so yeah, we have to get on the horse.
Come on.
It's crazy how big this map is, and I mean, adding shit like panthers and random new enemies like big plants that want to kill you, it's kind of impressive. This was a paid DLC though, right? I honestly don't know. Sandy bought me this game for my birthday like 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. And he bought the one that had like all the stuff in it, like the definitive edition. So the only thing I don't own is the soundtrack. So I don't even know if this was a paid DLC. I can only imagine it was. Do I do this? This looks kind of cool. Trying to scoop that guy's bowels back into his body?
The dressings, bandages, where did I put them?
He's gone, mate.
Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
What? Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago.
Mm-hmm. Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes.
Gods.
What happened here exactly?
I was rolling through, fully loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him, dress his wounds. Then you appeared.
Stand and step away from him.
What? Me? But what is your grief?
Don't make me say it again. That's good advice.
Will you tell me what it is you seek?
Needed to see if you were lying. You'd be covered in blood if you dealt those wounds. Just got it on your hands, though, so all's in order.
Who might you be, precisely?
A witcher.
Oh. Do you expect some beast might have killed him?
Plan to figure out.
See
I
what we
also
have here. Legs broken.
plan to
but
put
cause of
those
death's the
jackass
wound.
ears back on.
Small but deep. Edges unfrayed.
A
Either a
knife, right?
thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tough to say, and... breastplate's unusual. Dented. And it's got a patina.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is... why did he done it?
Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from. From that house, I'm assuming, but need to investigate. Got some work to do. So long.
Just gonna leave that poor guy with all this trauma.
Wait, I will come with you.
Oh no. He has a club. I'm taking him.
So be it. But stay close, keep it down, and don't touch a thing.
Alright, let me see if I can put these jackass ears on with the Santa hat. I can. Wow. I did not expect this to work at all. That's amazing. Okay. Yep. Extreme cosplay? Follow the tracks of the murdered man using your Witcher senses.
Trail leads to the
Extreme
house on the hill.
cosplay.
Strange armor. Wounds unusual too.
Oh no. Was he cosplaying as a guard of his friend and his friend stabbed him? Oh no.
Must have been here he broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall. Trying to leave the property, probably, after he didn't manage to open the gate. Damn it. Servant. Stabbed to death.
There's fucking hundreds of them.
A dozen blows with a sharp object. Torso some post great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical. Throats massacred. One mighty blow. Shield along sides old and dented. Sword ceremonial. And Shea handiwork clearly.
They're Civil War reenactors. Oh no. Maybe they got into an argument.
Ceremonial bowls. For little sacrifices?
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
Toussaint Knight's armor, ruby necklace.
Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them.
How do I get to the wall?
Victim's
Up and to the
human,
left?
But the attire's elven.
Are you certain? How did he come by it? We've so few non-humans in Tucson.
What the hell's this? Setting for a banquet?
It seems so. What's your suspicion?
Look at this. They got a little beer crate. They got a little 8-pack.
Did none survive? Gods.
Alright, that's locked, so we can't get up onto the wall without going through the rest of the place.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames.
The fuck?
Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee.
Let me get in.
Double it scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
Perhaps there's no one inside after.
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Is he a fire breather?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. You mentioned them. Who do you mean?
Those, I don't know what they were. Spirits. It all occurred of a sudden. We were staging a scene, the death of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here and it shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was done for, but in the end, it grew calm.
Who are you exactly?
Durant Faucher Plamondon de Safaran, Lord of these lands, and Chairman of the Society of Friends of the History of Tucson. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the Elfin Homage. But something like this, why, it's a first.
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
What? What now?
Best thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing kill us?
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand, think I can reenact the pledge, the giving of homage, alone?
It was a great, momentous event. The surrender of Tucson's last elfin king. You will need at least 3 individuals.
Oh no. I guess if we hadn't brought him with us, we'd have to go back to the cart and find him.
You know what I'm gonna ask for. Need your help. But I'll understand if you turn me down. No objections? Good. Let's get to work. Start by clearing the corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort are a lot more likely to work after dusk. One last thing, though. My pay. Don't work for free, you know.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay, and I shall be generous. Through and through. I will stand, or rather, sit in for King Ludovic, upon the elfin throne, while you, Witcher, will play the Enche ruler. We must don the costumes. All must be just right.
Oh no. This reminds me of when we had to do the
Elfin King.
What do you call it?
In his own
the stage show
on his own throne,
to find the
amidst
Doppler.
the blinding glow of a plethora of torches.
Don't interrupt.
Do I have to light the torches? These two?
Don't interrupt.
Betha laid at Ludovic's feet a loaf of binnen and elfin bread, thus granting humans rule over seat-yielding lands. filled the ornate ceremonial bowls with elven wine. Gwinoet, the sweetest blood of the land that had been torn from him. Long last, the Elfin King grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans.
Sword and shield in here. Oh, oh.
Don't interrupt.
What am I doing? These are quest items though. I can't do anything with them. I can wear it. Draw the elven sword and shield. How do I draw a shield? You don't have a shield in this game. What? Oh no. Oh shit. I'm panicking. Oh, it goes in your pockets. Ah, you gotta use it as like this.
The Elfin King, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees. That Ludovic then spake.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to...
Ah! Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
Any last words?
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a lot of people. What the fuck? What? What's these free hit Larrys? What's this all about? I swear to God, I wasn't even trolling there. I was trying to dodge everything, and then I almost rolled at the end. But I thought I would go for a little arty blast. Try and knock some people on their feet. What the fuck? Maybe I need to down-tune this quest. Maybe? It feels like when you make a save in Oblivion, and then like every time you load the save, you die. Alright, I'm gonna try and dash backwards as soon as the game gives me control. I'm gonna dash all the way backwards, switch to... The game crashed! The game fully crashed. I love this game. It's so fucked. It is actually so fucked. I love it. The game fully 100% crashed to desktop. Maybe it's because I was spamming the button as it was loading, and it tried to do all the button presses at once or something. I'm gonna wait and see if I can just get the button press in at the last minute. Luckily, it's on the NVMe SSD, so it's super fast at loading. Yup, this is insane. I think that's the move though. Go for the ranged people and just try and freeze them. One more try, then I'll retune. All I need to do is like probably just lower the difficulty, right? That's all I really need to do. Like, I don't even have control enough to open my menu yet. Because it's literally as soon as you spawn in the game. Yeah, it's literally as soon as you spawn in. So I can't press L1 to go into my menu and pick the right bomb. Like, I can't do anything when you spawn. It's fucked. I'm gonna try maybe a big art blast and see if I can knock somebody on their ass with it. Oh my god! Come on! This is so fucked. I want to do it. I don't want to downtune the game. I don't want to like change the difficulty or lower the scaling of enemies. I'll get it. I'll get it one day. That was progress. That was progress. It'll happen. The best thing is to run backwards at the start, I think, and then try and get yourself behind the fountain. Then you can open the menu, and then you can throw a bomb. Alright, here we go. No. It's the mages. The mages are just too strong. Fuck. I got one ice bomb off, and then the other mage hit me. So I got a second ice bomb on her, luckily, and then... Don't they have fucking mana? Right, let me through. Let me fucking through. Right, dancing fire. Ta-da! It only took 9 attempts.
By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defethov. I acquired them a month past because perhaps I should start at the beginning. This Defethov was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet he did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gorgon in the year 782. It's fortunate he did too, as Defethov had planned Ludovic's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such. Columns activated with words said in homage. Columns that would have turned the king and his bodyguards into so much colorful confetti.
Typical. Treachery embodied. Elves. Psheh.
I'm gonna say time for me to go, or humans are no better. Let's go humans are no better.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated. Had to cut the elves down, every last one.
You? What does that mean? You're a man as we are.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words? They're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty-handed. Take this as your reward.
Farewell.
That's it. That was everybody. We're gonna loot this guy's house. He must have something cool. We got that shield though. Do we get to keep it? I don't think we get to keep the shield. We do. It's probably useless though, right? Yeah, all you can do is bring it out and put it away. It doesn't actually do anything. Did you hear that noise? There's a noise of like hooves. Maybe it's underneath. Weird.
You do best to leave. Resume your path, Master.
It's the boar. You know what I expected it to be? I thought it was going to be like animals that had clipped inside each other and like they were taking up the same space. That's how he goes out. That's how the Witcher goes out. Geralt gets gored by a boar in the middle of Tucson. That's the end of his story. GG. What a way to die.
You do best to leave. Resume your path, Master.
Here our paths diverge.
Alright, we gotta just leave. There's nothing else here anyway. Maybe if it was fucking daytime and I could actually see what I'm doing, I wouldn't have died. There we go. Look, I can fight a boar in this light. This is much better. How crappy was that sword that I had on? Oh wow, it's actually better than the Caretaker's Spade. It's a pretty decent sword. Critical hit chance is 15% as well. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, there's no crit chance on it, right? So maybe we'll stick to this. Wait, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong one. Was it? Hold on. What am I wearing? Negotiator, silver sword. Yeah, and then Iris. Yeah.
Giddy up.
Alright, forget the boars. Come on, horse. Jesus Christ. If there was a fight between Roach and like every other horse in a game, he would lose. Roach is the worst horse in gaming. So I swear. Skyrim horse number 1. Foglets?
Our guests. Never a good omen.
Got a repair. Now the last time I repaired a sword in this game I crashed, so pray for me.
Regis's raven wasn't lying. Spoons all over the place.
Jesus. Do you think this is a reference to salad fingers? And that's why there's spoons? Do you think it's gonna be salad fingers, like a big green ghost thing? He's gonna be like, I like rusty spoons. Do you think that's gonna be it? What a reference that would be.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
I think he's going crazy. I don't think the spoons are playing a rhythm. Yeah, he's gonna touch the rust with his salad fingers. Right? I can't actually remember how he sounds. I think he just sounds like an old woman. I had a really... This is a really weird interaction I had on Twitter, right? So, my nephew Jack, 6 years ago, was watching a video on my mum's tablet on YouTube in the garden. And in the video, there was a character that sounded exactly like Salad Fingers, right? And I tweeted something along the lines of, this is definitely David Firth doing the voice, but he's not credited in the credits. And I got a reply from somebody who was an animator who worked with David Firth and said it's not David Firth, and he said something ominous. He said, but you're close, or something like that, right? And it was like, it was a weird interaction, and I think I replied one more time and they didn't respond after that. had like a really weird interaction. Like, that's strange, right? He was like, you're close. Because obviously the guy that does Salad Fingers is the same guy that does MC Devo, D-E-V-O, right? And Shady Pies, S-H-A-D-Y, Shady, and then Pies, P-Y-P-I-E-S. It's the same guy that does those two characters. Like, Shady Pies and MC Devo are like the creators of Salad Fingers. But then this like kids animation thing that he was watching on YouTube randomly, with millions of views, sounded exactly like David Firth, who I think is the guy that does the voice of Salad Fingers. It's super weird. I didn't look into any deeper than that, but he definitely wasn't credited
dine with you at your table.
on the animations.
No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right.
Maybe one day I'll get to the bottom of it. Uncover the conspiracy of kids
Somebody's
YouTube.
clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
So, some woman was cursed to not have a good time. Saw your letter. Marlene, my dearest daughter. You've no idea the pain it causes a father to write these words. A father who must abandon his own child ceased to be a father. And his heart shall never know comfort. Sadly, as a result of what has happened, I have no other choice. We, along with the rest of the household, must abandon our estate. It is because that curse took you from us, leaving in your stead a mindless, bloodthirsty creature. So she looks horrible, right? Because it said you won't want to look in the mirror. You shall go north to Kavir, and if you ever read this letter, which could only mean you have returned to human form, you are to look for us there. For my part, I can only promise each year I will send an envoy who will be tasked with checking in on you, seeing if you are alive, and if so, in what form. Faith that you will once again be my beloved Marlene gives me the strength to live on. Perhaps the curse will not last forever. Perhaps someone will come along who can lift the burden from you. Farewell, Papa John. Maybe I can use my ghost lantern. I don't think everybody who plays this game gets the ghost lantern. It's only actually came into play twice, and I think that the 2 times it came into play were sub-stories after you do the mission to get this. So there's no way that a player would like ever need it outside of that.
The pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
Geralt, are you a fucking spoon expert now? Oh my god, more reading. For a few days now I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I will have to visit a herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong that at times I cannot see. Mean to the herbalist, repulsive old crone, looked at me. She said, looked at me like she'd seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there are no wrinkles. I'd rather have that there were. I have hair growing on my breasts. I did not expect to read that. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and legged it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I am cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. I tried to put the idea of my head that I can't hold it back any longer, Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think, and it is getting hard to write. Loneliness, no family. Eat, I want to eat. Not a good spoon. Empty spoons. Nothing. Eat, it hurts. Mirror lies, no ah. Werewolf. Right? Hairy boobs. Losing the mind. It's like the werewolf on Skellig that was kind of human, and that werewolf also couldn't eat. The way that we defeated it was to kill it, cut some of its flesh off, go back when it was alive again, and feed it its own flesh.
Poor girl.
And then
Realized she was changing into a monster.
that was it, right?
Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
Bunch of spoons. Smashed mirror.
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Definitely a werewolf.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Another letter. Dear Master, not even gonna attempt to French my way out of that word. Levasseur? Levasseur? Levassier? I don't fucking know. I know you track outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I've drawn you out here. And why we cannot meet in person? You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me, but for the person whom with I meet. For I am afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope, and why I have turned to you, the side effects of a medicine given to me some time ago by a herbalist. Soon after I visited the herbalist, she disappeared without a trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean my fucking eyes are going together. This white text on a black screen. I'm afflicted by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came by the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. Oh. She was cursed by Gaunter O'Dim. Fuck. He sold mirrors. Like, when it said the reflection thing, you don't want to wish to gaze on your reflection, I kind of thought of Gaunter O'Dim, but I wasn't sure. I'm aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your concern. Yeah. There was also a connection with Gaunter and another werewolf in another town. So, werewolf it probably is.
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
I thought a white was a spectre, though. Typically in this game, all of the wraiths and, like, whites or whatever have been spectral women. And I was thinking it was going to be a woman. It'd be something to do with, like, vanity or something. But now
Actually,
I'm like,
does seem
I
like
don't
a
know.
white's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon. Pretty
Cauldron?
ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. I'm afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let
Read
me
the beast
observe
theory to
cauldron.
learn more about the spotted whites. Well, it's not a cursed one. Not a draconid, not an Atlanta, not a hybrid. It's not a necrophage, is it? It is, it's a necrophage. The best defense against spotted whites, stay calm and leave them alone. Fragment of Treaties on Spotted Whites by Roderick Gilligan. Need necrophage oil, Igni, and Urden. Okay.
White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
I thought it was gonna be a werewolf for real. I felt like it was just gonna be like a normal quest. Maybe we actually can get her to spit in a cup. If she's like a hag thing. Does she have a crown made out of spoons? That's some aggressive mixing. Try to lift the curse, right?
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall
No
sit
spoon
down at your
you
table.
have shall
No
sate
spoon
you.
have shall sate you.
So you have to feed
Never
her and she
again
has to
shall
feed
wish
you,
to spy your
right?
reflection in the mirror.
We did this thing in primary school. This is like a depth story, by the way. This is gonna suck. This is a terrible story. And our local church minister came into the school, and it was during the assembly, so like every person in the school is there, and he got 6 or 7 people, I think 6 people, kids aged like 8 to 10, maybe around about that age, up onto the front. It wasn't on the stage, it was in front of the stage, and he had a table, and he had these spoons that had like really long handles. So what they'd done is taken like 1 meter long meter sticks like the things that the teachers used to draw on the blackboards, and he'd stuck spoons on the end with tape. And there was bowls of M&Ms on the table, and the task was to eat the M&Ms while holding the end of the spoons. And the moral of the story was that sometimes when you can't help yourself, you can help others, and they can help you. And this is exactly the same. Like, this is the same thing, right? Because the whole point was that the spoons were far too long, like you couldn't feed yourself with it, right? Like maybe if you got lucky, you could like fling them in the air and catch them in your mouth. But it was really easy to just like put the spoon in somebody else's mouth. Anyway, I thought it was a cool story. You can clip that and ship it. Eat using swap spoons. Or not swap spoons, but like, you know.
Been searching for the right spoon for years, right? But curses can be tricky. Key to this one just might be that you can't eat with your own spoon. That's why we've swapped.
I thought he was actually going to feed her like a baby.
This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
I think I did it right. I think that was like correct.
Didn't work. That vile stuff for nothing. Got the brew for Regis at least. Can't do anything for the white though, except cut it down.
I thought that was right. You think no spoons? But it said no spoon you hold. I think I was actually closer with what I thought, right? Do you think I was closer with what I said? Like feeding her would have made more sense? He even explained it. That's why we swapped spoons. He even explained it as if he thought it was right. I remember that. Like, the church minister, it wasn't like a religious school. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a Catholic school that I went to or anything like that. But yeah, let's eat not using spoons. I don't get it though. Wouldn't she have tried that? That seems silly. Or maybe she has tried it, but she didn't have somebody with her.
Spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
People and a spoon? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it just has to be a combination. And because she's scared everybody else away and couldn't communicate, then that was really the missing key. Fucking Gaunt Road dim, dude.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
So, his hat came back, which means that we were under
it worked.
The effects of some type of toxin.
Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Yeah, she's up here. I'm gonna drop whatever's making me encumbered. It's probably this crappy armor. Magdira Curious. Tucson Knight armor. Something's heavy that I have on me. It could also just be I have loads of pelts. It's this. It's these fucking saddles. 8.56. Oh my god. They're super heavy. I don't want to drop them because they're worth a lot of money, but like, fuck. Let's get rid of this crap instead. Oh shit. Which button? This button. She turned into a beautiful princess. fucking way? Oh. If it said something like the bowls are shiny on the bottom or something, I don't know, maybe I would have worked that out, but it felt like using somebody else's spoon was the way, right? I wouldn't have gotten that she did to just not use a spoon. Like, it would have sounded so dumb to say, hey, why doesn't she just use a fork, right? She's a beautiful princess.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Oh wait, no she's not. She's old.
Eat. I must eat.
She's not a beautiful princess.
I'll take you someplace safe. So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased, finally, to make your acquaintance, sir. Though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basil Fawlty, and by order of the Duchess,
Basil
I am to
Fawlty.
serve as your major domo at Corfo Bianco.
Basil Fawlty. A fucking Fawlty Towers reference in a Polish game about witchers. Basil Fawlty.
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil.
Fuck off.
Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please.
Does he have
make
a
sure she
little
gets everything
servant
she
called
needs.
Don't
Manuel?
worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her
Fuck
feet.
me,
Might actually
dude.
take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I
What
found
reference?
her.
It's a reference to the
Whatever brought
British
this
show Fawlty Towers. Fawlty Towers spelled Fawlty. I'm pretty sure. The guy that runs Fawlty Towers is called Basil Fawlty. It's a show. It's like a cult classic show in the UK. It only actually had 20 episodes, but it's very popular because it had what's his name? I'm forgetting the guy's name. The Monty Python guy, right? Like, what's his name? Shit. I'm completely forgetting the actor's name. But yeah, it should be easy to find. Fawlty Towers. Yeah, it's a UK thing, but it's pretty popular in the US as well. Like, a lot of the Monty Python stuff and the people who were in Monty Python, they're, like, pretty popular. And it's, like, kind of like a cult classic. Like, it's one of these shows that's old, but people still talk about it. And it only had 12 episodes, like 12 22-minute episodes, and that's it. It's about a guy who runs a hotel. Shit goes wrong. There's Nazis. It's a long story.
It's all over. That's what matters. Let's now focus on taking care of Marlena.
Naturally. I shall see to it.
Asked about our guest earlier. Sorry, I was busy with my hunt. Didn't have time to answer.
When one gazes at that unfortunate creature, the question, whatever happened here,
John
asks
Cleese
itself.
is the name of the guy.
Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
It's all over. That's what matters. Let's now focus on taking care of Marlena.
Naturally. I shall see to it.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
John
Baron
Cleese.
Rossel.
No.
Who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine.
He had wild balls?
Delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Alright.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
I should watch Fawlty Towers again. Like, it's been years since I've seen it, but it is
Behold,
repeated
sir,
on TV a lot.
estate in all its splendor.
I think it was even on Netflix UK for a while.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Does he have a random light on his head?
Yes, I come from a long line of majordomos. My father was a majordomo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to majordomo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Dude, we need little Santa hats for the chickens. It's locked. Can I go in your house? I'm going in your house, bro. I'm gonna Witcher sense your house. Right, you got a tub, you got a little bed. That's cute. Green mold? I'm taking your mold. It's got cheese. I'll leave him as cheese. I'm lactose intolerant anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's got a locked door. I don't like that. What is that? Dull meteorite axe. What the fuck? Did you know that only one person on Earth has been struck by a meteorite? It was a woman. She was hit by a meteorite and got a huge fucking bruise. I think she was Australian. There's photos of it. And it's real. It's not like some fucking Joe Rogan conspiracy theory. Like, it's a real thing. She was hit by a meteorite. She got a huge bruise. It, like, spun her around. It kind of looks like she got, like, hit by a log. Like, it's a long-shaped bruise.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
I mean, it's dark. Can't exactly see them, Geralt. So this is my house, though, right? Like, forever?
Where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest.
I've got
Aged
peacocks?
in oak barrels. It provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
She might be dead now, the woman that was hit by a meteorite, but it didn't kill her. I think the story was that it hit her on the side and it like spun her around.
Yes,
because it hit her with like that much force. Holy shit. My geese in Toussaint have Santa hats.
Those feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he survived.
The water was changed to wine.
Monastery in the Dragon Mountains.
Wow.
And began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
I mean, that'll do it, right? One drunken night in a well and he turns into a monk. I feel like getting this tour at night was fucking silly. Like, I can't see shit.
Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
I'm sure that Bolius' wife had a nice garden.
Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory.
Do I
And
actually
once
get
again
to do this
planting it with
to make it
herbs
like have
and
more
other
plants and
vegetation.
shit? Do I just like pay money to him and he like makes it happen? Like Animal Crossing style? Is he my Tom Nook?
Madame Nina
You think you pay
planted
money? Cool.
diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
Yeah,
You're
good.
quite the romantic,
I can
Barnabas
still smell
Basil.
the wife's garden. Where did the wife keep her bush? Fuck. Did she have a well-trimmed bush, Barnabas? Basil Faulty? Oh, he's giving me the silent treatment now. Too many bush jokes. Does he know I'm a witcher? He does, right? Because like he knows I saved the wipe.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Roach, you don't need a stable. Does it have a nice roof? There's a nice roof for him to go on. Right, where are we going, Barnabas? Wait, his name's not Barnabas, right? His name is Basil. Barnabas was the previous owner.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it.
Is
to
Roach
store
still
olive oil
following
as
me?
well.
Jesus
I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess.
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Oh, his name is Barnabas. Right, let me loot my wine. This is all mine, so I'm taking it. Yeah, this is where I fought the Bruxa. The cellar's bigger than the fucking house. It's like a bat cave. Or, you know, a wolf cave. Get it? Because he's the white. Never mind.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True.
Slightly stained. It looks like shit. This needs a whole new roof. What the fuck?
Could use a bit of subtle paint.
Did you know this is a real thing? This is like one of the only things I know about historical architecture. You see on the side of buildings how you have these little caps like this? I'm not saying this one, but this style of thing where the side of the building comes out an extra little bit. This was actually a thing. Sometimes they're like lower down, like about waist height, and they kind of bulge out. Not like this. This is just a footing, but like these little bumps were actually because horses and carts in cities used to bump into the sides of the house and erode them. So if you go to cities like Italy, I don't know, like Glasgow has them as well, even London. If you find really old buildings, they often have like waist high little like extra stone pieces on the side. And it's kind of to stop them rubbing into the actual building itself, but it's to give them something else to bump into. Because horses and carts would like, you know, destroy buildings if you didn't have those. It's a real thing. I can't remember what you call them, but they're a type of bollard or like pillar. Sometimes they're actually separate from the house completely, but just like really close. But a lot of the time they're actually like built onto the house.
And welcome inside.
Also
On the
really to
left
raise
is the
doors with
master
stairs for
bedroom.
entranceways, so
On the
shit
right,
wouldn't
the
pile up at
dining
your
hall
front door.
and kitchen.
Oh!
Upstairs,
Oh
you
yeah,
shall
yeah,
find
raised
the
like
guest room, currently
because of horse
used for
shit.
storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe
Like
we will
horse shit and
together
fucking
devise
hay
some innovative arrangements.
and crap that would be in
a
the
few
street.
paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately.
I have a couple of
With
paintings.
that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its
How
toll.
much is paint?
Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service.
How much are we talking here? How much are we talking?
On that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Mention the...
Almost decidedly.
Let's work on the house.
Thinking about the outer...
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such...
Yeah. Just tell me the price. 5 grand? Okay.
It's in your hand.
I shall... Highly skilled at what they...
Can I buy
Is
other
there
stuff?
anything...
Yeah.
Got...
Oh. The way...
I need an armor table, a grindstone. We'll discuss this later. Ooh. Let's go armor
My
table.
needs work from time to time.
Admiral...
A grand? Fuck
Good.
it.
Immediate. Will you be needing...
And my...
Of course.
Grand for a grindstone? Fuck it, why not? I don't even use grindstones when I find them.
Know what?
I shall be glad... I agree.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going. Refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
I agree.
His
Yet I
name's
would urge you
BB.
to hold off on further construction until the ongoing...
Alright, right. We can't do any more until it's done, okay. Alright. Is it a fucking library? In a bed? Use the library. What the fuck? Don't I literally just have something like this in my menu? I have this in my menu, right? Like I just go here and then I go to inventory. Or sorry, no. You go to glossary and you go to books. See? Looks about like it's the same length of yeah, it's the same length, it's the same stuff. I don't know. Anyway, place a trophy. Okay, you can place trophies in your room. This feels like such a such a weird thing that they added. Ancient Elven Shield, and they got the portrait of Iris and all geared. Aww. Let's take a little picture next to it. I'll take a cat potion. Give me my Santa hat. There we go. Is that cozy and Christmassy? Nice. I think that's it. I don't think I want to do anything else. Here, I guess. Restore Corvo Bianco to its former glory. Wait 3 days for the general refurbishments. Wait 1 day for your grindstone, 1 day for your armor. Oh, fuck. Alright. I guess Marlene's here now. What is the quest that we're actually doing? Meet with the tournament organizers. Visit Kilim's medical tent. Collect all the missing cards in the Skellig deck. Okay. Report back to Regis. There we go. Man, this game is crazy. It almost feels like this would have been something cool to have gotten at the beginning of the game. But I also wouldn't have liked it to be something that dragged on into the actual game. I have a peasant working for me?
Bah. Well then, well?
I didn't hire you. Like, could you imagine having to go back to your house every time to use a grindstone or read a book or something? Like, it would be so silly.
A man who dare not down some red is a man whose wives like to thump his head.
Alright. Can we get rid of the local rabble?
Here, kitty, kitty.
We got pheasants and peasants.
A man who dare not down some red is a man who's...
Alright, anyway, forget this. Let's wait until these potions wear off. And then I'll fuck off and do the actual main quest. Is it back at the graveyard? Is that where we're going? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it would have been that great to have gone at the beginning, but it just seems like it would make more sense to have like a home be given to a player when he has a lot more of the game to do. It just seems kind of useless, right? Like, it's cool that it's there, but it's like I don't really get anything out of it. Oh fuck, wrong potion. I took the wrong fucking potion again. It's like in Grand Theft Auto 5 having your apartment. Like, your apartment is literally useless. The only part you use is the garage. Like, I don't think anybody cares about apartments in GTA 5. At least not in the single player. Like, who gives a shit?
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. Raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Alright, I'm gonna BRB. I'll be 1 minute. I'll be really quick. BRB. apologies for AFKing in the middle of a cutscene, but I've been sitting here for like 3 hours, slightly more than 3 hours, and I haven't moved. So, you know, needs must. Helpful creatures, ravens, spying on me. It's the ravens, right? I guess we'll say it.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I
He
fear,
wanted
might
a
prove
replacement for
troublesome.
the ingredient, right?
You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Okay.
Alright.
So he's gonna go crazy, turn into a big monster thing.
An ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Tesham Mutna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesham Mutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Alright, cool. Let's go. Why does he have a Michael Jackson hat on the skeleton?
See no reason to dawdle. Tesham Mutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I had no choice.
That face!
Things stand. The die is cast.
You know who he looks like?
Mutna. My head's spinning already.
You know, oh fuck, what's his name?
Smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare
Ace Ventura. He looks like Ace Ventura, the actor, but like in Lemony Snicket's. How am I forgetting his name? How am I forgetting the name of Ace Ventura? Holy shit, this should be so easy. You see him like all the time in everything. Anyway, he looks like that guy, but like when he's in Lemony Snicket's. Who the fuck played Ace Ventura? I'm gonna go crazy when I find out. It's gonna be such an obvious name. Jim Carrey, oh my god.
We have arrived.
Jim Carrey,
The
but in Lemony
sacrificial chamber
Snicket.
of torture and
Look at him,
torment
look at him.
lies
It is,
underground.
right? Doesn't he look exactly like Jim Carrey and Lemony Snicket's? Like fucking... Or what is it? Series of Unfortunate Events? What did I say? I think I said the wrong thing. Oh. Let's go.
You lead.
That's who he is. He's that Count Von Fart or whatever. I haven't seen Lemony Snicket's. I've only seen the trailer.
Scurvers. Must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
Do you think anybody else has said that? I'm gonna look it up. Lemony Snicket.
Beyond this wall lies
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about
Alright,
to
look at him.
show him
Have a really good look at him.
Now, to open it.
Alright, look at him. Look at him there, right? I'm getting a picture of Count Olaf. Oh fuck. How do I do this? Where's the Jim Carrey one? Is this the Jim Carrey one? It's literally him. Look. It's literally the same guy. Right? It's not just me. It's the same dude. Fucking hell, my PC lags like fuck when I minimize this game. Like, it really lags like fuck. I don't know what it is. I think because I'm in a menu, it's doing like 300 million FPS.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms. A vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
What the fuck? Tesha Mutna armor? I am he who serves the tribe. Exalted above man, I renounce human weakness. Uplifted above man, I become keeper of my flock. Filled with strength, I turn my sword against the enemy of the tribe. I am master and slave, I am executor in the will of the tribe. I accept the sword and this armor, so I may serve the tribe.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
What the fuck? There is no need to be concerned about the ability for human livestock to multiply in the conditions described above. Wait, what the fuck? Raising human livestock is to provide the herd with conditions that on the one hand guarantee their survival, but on the other hand do not extend too far beyond the minimum needed for that survival. Yeah, we're not reading this.
The author
That's fucked. Is this good armor? It is. It's actually pretty good. Damn. No shoes though. Oh shit. Oh, dyes. What the fuck? Dyes? You can only change the color of items belonging to Witcher gear sets. You can use the preview option to see how an item will look after you apply dye to this. Select the dye and press X. Select the item you wish to dye. Anytime you can use the dye remover. The fuck? Must be wearing Witcher gear to use dye. Is this Witcher gear? Witcher School bonuses. Once you've gathered enough items, Witcher School gear of the highest quality will unlock special bonuses. I mean, I have never... I didn't know there was dye. I think maybe it was mentioned in the DLC blurb, but that's like it. Anyway, what are we doing? We're doing stuff, right? I got the stuff on. Was there a special sword? Tesha Mutna sword. Sure. Killing opponents restores vitality. The amount of vitality restored equals 1% of the maximum vitality for each element of the set worn. Currently, the amount is free.
Humans, their behavior over the many years he spent
Is there more of this set then?
Only suspect that it may be.
There has to be.
It's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Can I just say one thing though? Like, it explained about bonuses and then it gave you like parts of the set. Correct? But then it also gave you dye and said you can't actually use dye on it. It said you can only use dye on Witcher gear, and then it's like, like, is this not Witcher gear if it's saying that it is? Also, when I scroll around, if you look in the bottom left where the donkey ears are and the bombs is, that's my hair. And the game crashed. The game crashed! The game fucking, this is the third crash tonight. Fuck me. The whole game crashed to desktop. And it disconnected my mouse. My god. That was my hair flickering around in the bottom left just before it crashed. Anyway. Let's just do the mission, right? No more fucking around in menus. Making the game crash. There must be like my, I don't know, 15th crash overall. Something like that. Thank fuck I didn't move this game onto my other SSD. I kept it on the NVMe and I'm planning on, like, when I delete this game, I'll install Baldur's Gate. And then we'll play that. I just got another crash report. Damn, that's ugly. Send this anonymous report our way to help us hunt down a solution. Jesus Christ. Please tell me I haven't broke the game. If I have, I can just delete my mods folder. It's probably a mod conflict or something like that. Something to do with the Santa hat, I would assume. If this save doesn't work, like if it crashes again on this save, I'll load a different save too. It could be that the jackass ears and Santa hat are fucking it up.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
The author observed humans, their
Alright, we're
behavior
good.
over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect that it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Fuck. It's something to do with the inventory. The game's like crashed again. It's definitely something to do with this menu. I'll load an earlier save before I got this new gear, and then, I don't know, maybe I uninstall the Santa hat now. I think it's something to do with that. It just like makes me feel like it's a Santa hat. Alright, so mods are saved in manage, browse local files, mods, Christmas geese mod, Lashin holiday mod, and Santa Claus cap mod. Right, I've deleted the Santa Claus cap mod. Hopefully that solves the issue. If it doesn't, then maybe I end the stream, fix it, and then come back tomorrow. Because I've already streamed like 3 hours today. It's getting pretty late. It's 11:30. But I don't want to go out on a fucked up save. Plenty of things I can try. It could be like even something as simple as maybe like where I'm standing in the game.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior.
Alright, I gotta get rid of these stuff so I can walk normally. Why am I so fucking heavy? Does this sword weigh like a shit ton? The armor weighs a shit ton. Wow. Oh my god. It's not crashing, which makes me think it really was just the... You know... I think it's just the Santa Hat mod.
Years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be. It's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
He just walks like he just says all day.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems. Symbols of, well, what you would call tribes. Dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Free range humans, eh? What was the other thing I just picked up? A mask, right? Where's the mask?
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed. Though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's...
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Deadlouse. We both remained in this part of the world.
I've become Gimp Man.
Whose is this cliff?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time. Deny it, but alas, I can do neither.
Do you think his cage is gonna break and I'm gonna have to fuck him up? That'd be really sad if it happened.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
Don't you want to get in the
Place
cage
bait at
first?
the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Fuck, did he turn into a fart?
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so.
You know what's really weird?
Stench is so thick.
I'm noticing the sound of Geralt's armor because this is the first time in a while that I've worn heavy armor. One time I was playing Dark Souls 3 and somebody in the chat commented about how loud the armor was, and I'd never ever noticed that Dark Souls armor made noise. Like it's not a game mechanic really. It is and it isn't. But I'd never really noticed that Dark Souls armor made any noise at all until that person pointed it out.
Now, I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please, go. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
You just smell the blood.
There's the green shimmer whenever I heal. Because of the armor set. Uh-oh.
Good.
Shit.
I shall overcome.
Good, because I can hear more coming.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I'll let you out. Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you. Get out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Maybe I should have asked them the other thing about, like, you know, the additional option. This looks so silly. This mask, it's not worth the extra 1% healing when you kill an enemy. It's not worth it. Just get the 5% for the rest of the set. This looks fucking terrible. If I had to guess, I think this is based on that armor from that Dracula movie, right? You know, that gothic style armor that has almost like pleated patterns on it? I think I haven't seen that movie. I've only seen clips of it. The one where Dracula has like red armor.
Excuse me. Actually, let me take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting.
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
Man, watching Detlef's home movies is pretty boring. Like, come on, get to the good shit. Is this the good shit? I like his little pin, his little moth pin.
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
That was now? I thought this was like a longer time ago.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. Still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
It was kind of cool that he cut off the hand
extraordinary
that committed the
about
murder, right?
Normal everyday situation.
It's pretty dank.
Really.
It's pretty metal.
Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly, the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Can I take that hat?
Not now, Geralt. I cannot move a step without your assistance.
Now, what I should do is teleport out, because I still have that mod activated. But I'm gonna run out just in case there's like a trigger for something here. You never know. Alright, no trigger. Alright, cool. What I'm gonna do is tomorrow we'll finish this DLC. I'm gonna probably try and stream about 5 hours tomorrow. This stream is only like 3.5. And then maybe we'll be done with the DLC, and if there's any other side missions I might do them, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna do the main one. And then Friday, I guess we'll play Baldur's Gate. I'm kind of looking forward to Baldur's Gate, but also not looking forward to it, because I know it's gonna be like a 100 fucking hour game like this has been, but it's like this has been fun anyway, so I don't know. Like, this game could have just been Gwent for all the hours that I've put into it, like the 90 odd hours. And I probably would have still had fun, because I like Gwent. You know? I could have just been playing Gwent, killing people for their cards, and then playing more Gwent. Anyway, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss. I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. And then Baldur's Gate. Good night, fam.